Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here. I'm Jessica Vishen with IGA, and today I have the pleasure of sitting down with Jason King, who is the Learning and Development Director from the Retail Learning Institute, one of the people who knows IGA's five-star program better than just about anyone. Jason, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Thanks for having me.
So let's start at the top. Can you give retailers a quick refresher on what five-star status is and why it matters for their business?
Sure. So just a little update on the five-star recognition program. So the five-star recognition program recognizes retailers that consistently deliver an exceptional shopping experience through outstanding operations, exceptional customer service, and basically effective merchandising.
Okay, awesome.
Hmm.
And so the program itself is two-part, right? It's the
Correct.
assessment and the voice of the consumer. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So currently, right now, we are in the spring assessment, and the spring assessment, IGA partners with a third-party company called Survey that kind of locates local assessors to visit their stores. These assessors basically right now go through their stores, evaluate their operations, captures digital photos, and then basically the retailer receives a dashboard with that information.
That's right. They can go into their dashboard and see everything that the assessor has documented, photos, notes, all of that stuff, right?
Correct. Yeah. So the assessor goes department by department using this good old thing right here called the cell phone to take these photos as well too and document with things that they're doing well, and areas that can use some improvement as well too.
Okay. And those areas of improvement, I know whenever we speak about the assessment, I
Hmm.
know John Ross, our CEO, is also really big on like, don't think of this as, as like negative feedback. Think of it as the opportunities for improvement, which I know is a
Correct.
little, it polishes it up a little bit, but it is true. It's like
Correct.
this is what's identified because our retailers, it's very easy for a retailer to go store blind, right? To
Hmm.
just you don't notice what's maybe not looking super fresh in your store, or if like I mean, it's the same thing that happens in our houses, right? Like you don't notice that the you've got a little crack in the wall because you pass it every day, and but like maybe a new shopper will notice that.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not a I gotcha type of program
Right.
as well too. It's just an areas for opportunity for improvements and little things that they can improve their operations to compete against national chains.
Okay, so we've got the assessment, and everybody's pretty familiar with the assessment.
Correct.
But now we're going to talk a little bit about the voice of the consumer, or
Hmm.
VOC for short.
Correct.
And for retailers who haven't heard of this before, tell us, what is the voice of the consumer program and what does it actually deliver? Just kind of break it down for
For
us.
sure. Just a quick little overview. So the Voice of the Consumer, or VOC, is basically a turnkey customer feedback survey platform. It's basically built to help IGA retailers learn about their shoppers and get a true voice of the consumer. And basically the results, it's basically a survey that they'll offer to their retailers, and it provides actionable insights to shopper experience, loyalty, and customer satisfaction as well too.
Oh, cool. So it's a survey that's directly to the shopper. So then
Correct.
how do shoppers get that survey?
So basically, we'll gather some information from the IGA retailer, and here at IGA, we'll create the surveys internally and deliver that to the retailer. We'll basically provide the retailer with a QR code and some marketing materials that they can use to incentivize and offer the program to their retailers.
Okay.
I'm sorry, to their customers in a sense.
Oh,
So basically, they'll have the QR code. They could put it on their bottom of the receipts, put it in their socials to promote, to get that feedback from the customer as well too.
okay. So it's one of those things where customer gets their receipt, they
Hmm.
see that there's a QR code on the back.
Correct.
Maybe another, just thinking off the top of my head, a good best practice would be, obviously training the shopper facing teams to encourage them, like, oh, by the way, you've got a QR code on the bottom for a survey.
Hmm.
Please make sure you take that when you get home, or something like that, so that there's the verbal recognition as well. And then they go in and they do the QR code, they answer a few quick questions. It's like 10, it's like, is it less than 10 questions?
It's six basic
Okay.
questions as well too. So it's basically the
Perfect.
Yeah, super quick as well too that the customer can answer. There's some metric type of questions as well too. Customer satisfaction, net promoter score, which kind of focus more on customer loyalty, as well as a 5-star ranking, different than the 5-star program. Just to kind of note as
Like
well
it's
too.
giving them the opportunity to rank on like a scale of 1 to 5 kind of thing, right?
Correct,
Okay.
correct. And then there's an open-ended comment, which I think is the meat and potatoes of the survey, where then the customer, the retailer can then find out what the customer thinks in areas that can improve for the store as well too.
Okay. All right.
And
That
on
makes
top of that, Jessica, just to kind of note as well too, you also as well too, if the customer is willing to provide their personal information, such as their name, address, and contact information as well.
okay. And then with that, when we implement that, we also encourage retailers to offer an incentive to the shoppers to complete the survey, right?
Correct. Yeah. Typically, shoppers aren't going to go in the survey just to answer it, just for nothing. So typically, we recommend retailers do a simple incentive, whether it's $100 store gift card, $50 store gift card. But we feel that $100 is that good threshold
Yeah.
to gather that information to receive those responses.
And just to be clear, that's not $100 for everybody who fills out the survey.
Correct.
It's just a like,
Correct.
hey, if you do this survey, you'll be entered into a raffle to win $100 store gift card or something.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. One winner per store as well too
Yeah.
is what we
So
recommend.
that's not
Yeah.
even that expensive.
No.
It's not, I mean, I think it's a great incentive for the shopper. I
Hmm.
certainly would do it.
Correct.
But also it's not, it's not a huge investment from the retailer.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah.
So the voice of the consumer then is now part of the evaluation for overall 5-star status, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So then now with that, we did a pilot program last year with the voice of the consumer, correct?
Correct. Yeah. We had roughly in fall of 2025, roughly about 150 retailers pilot this program.
Okay.
And we've, ran it then with the questions. We've learned a few things during that process, adjusted a few questions and the process as well too, and kind of learned from the things that did well, the areas as well too that can be improved, and kind of relaunched it now for this upcoming.
Okay.
So,
So last year when we did the pilot, that
mhm.
was, kind of a nice practice round for anyone who participated, but it wasn't
Correct.
required to earn 5-star status.
Correct.
This year in 2026, to earn 5-star status, retailers have to participate in the assessment, which
Hmm.
has been happening in
Yep.
the spring. And then
Correct.
they also have to participate in the voice of the consumer shopper facing survey in the fall, correct?
Correct. Yes. Both need to be um, taken in order to become a 5-star
Okay.
retailer. Hmm.
And so then, okay, so I know that we've had some communications on this, but
Hmm.
people are busy.
Yeah.
For a retailer who's hearing about this for the first time today, what does getting started look like? Like what do they need to do to get
So basic.
for VOC?
Exactly. Basically, we'll have the website ready, but we're also working on a registration form that our retailers could hopefully fill out in order to participate for this program as well too. So basically, their contact information, the number of locations, their names of their stores, the start date that they want to roll out this survey, and roughly it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to keep that survey open as well too, and then the incentive prize that they wish to offer the customer as well.
So when you say 2 to 3 weeks, you keep the survey open for 2 to 3 weeks. So really, they're just putting it on their, the QR code on their receipts, and maybe they might have like a QR code at the checkout lane or something.
Correct.
But it's just running for 2 to 3 weeks. It's not
Correct.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. The QR code, and also IGA will provide some marketing materials, so you
Okay.
could use that as bag stuffers, a simple little PDF that you could put in your socials, paste around, or I'm sorry, post around your store as well too, to incentivize that retailer feedback. And we'll keep it open for roughly 2 to 3 weeks. The survey, we're hopeful to receive roughly about 100 responses from
That makes
customers.
it statistically significant.
Correct, in
Yeah.
order to get actual data as well too. And once we have those responses and that survey is then closed, we'll then scrub through all the responses as well too to make sure that they're accurate as well too. and
Okay.
then we'll take that and then provide the retailer with reports and give them some ideas as well too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of to recap, they will fill out the form, which I can drop in the chat
Mm-hmm.
in this webinar, and then also we'll send a follow. We will send more than just a follow up, but we'll send a follow up to this webinar with the link to
Correct.
the
Yep.
form, so you guys
Mm-hmm.
can register there. And then, of course, any we'll have ample communication, emails, and like in the IGA minute, and lots of follow ups to remind you to fill out that form because we want you
Exactly.
to participate so that you can earn 5 star.
Exactly.
Okay, so then one of the things that in terms of deadlines, right? Because we're running this during the fall,
Mm-hmm.
or to be very loose about our time frame, but so we're asking retailers to register before August. Can
Correct.
you put that deadline in context and kind of tell us why we want this to happen as soon as possible?
Yeah, it's especially getting their information. It takes us some time internally to kind of create these surveys.
Okay.
So it gives us enough time to create these surveys once we get this information, and as well to running into the holidays. We don't want these surveys running into in November and December. So the sooner that we get these surveys created and launched for our retailers, the better we're able to then run that out, scrub the data, get the reporting, and then basically the retailers then have the ability to take that information, learn from what they're doing, and then improve operations based on some suggestions that we could provide.
Okay, that makes sense. So basically, and here's a question. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody is very eager and on top of things, could
Yes.
they, if they fill out the form today, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
they could theoretically be getting that QR code on their receipts in how long?
Depending on the size of the retailer, single store operators are a little easier than 20 to 30 store operators, but we could get that within a week as well too. I think if that's
Okay,
possible.
so pretty
Yeah.
quickly. So I mean,
Correct.
theoretically, if retailers, I'm looking at you, could, if you fill out this form today, we can have you up and running likely by the end of July
Mm-hmm.
if you wanted to.
That's
We
easily
don't have to,
correct.
but we could be.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of tailor that to what time frame the retailers want as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. What works with them? I know they're busy of
Yeah.
vacations, holidays as well too. So work around that. You know what I mean? Especially with Labor Day coming as well too. We'll work with the retailer to see what the perfect time, the window for them, and work
Okay.
with them to launch that survey.
All right. So again, just to kind of reiterate,
Mm-hmm.
the 5 star recognition program still ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
We have kind of upped the value of it, I'd say.
Correct.
And so it's a two-parter. It's the spring assessment, which is kind of
Mm-hmm.
that mystery shop, and
Correct.
then also the fall-ish voice of the consumer, which
I
is
like
where
that.
we're getting
Polish. Yeah.
fallish, um, where we're getting the shopper feedback
Correct.
directly from our shoppers.
Correct.
And then we will combine those, your scoring, and then will that score, will the voice of the consumer feedback, once we process, once the survey's done, survey
Mm-hmm.
closes, we
Mm-hmm.
process all that information.
Mm-hmm.
When do retailers get access to that?
So roughly about a week or two
Okay.
upon close of that survey, we'll scrub through that data and we'll provide them some reports as well too.
Okay. Will
So
that go on
basically,
that dashboard or will it be separate?
so we're currently working on a dashboard right now. So
Okay.
basically, we're gathering all the data again, using all of our IGA retailers. We're looking to create some benchmarks as well too.
Okay.
Especially for different areas in the country. So Northeast can be an NPS of 50 versus and then as an IGA as a whole. So we're looking to gather all this data initially, creating a dashboard as well as benchmarks as well too with some of those metrics that are part of that.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, that'll be
Mm-hmm.
really interesting to see kind of how the data varies by region.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Nerding out on that data. So overall, I think this has been incredibly helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Before we wrap up, is there anything that we didn't cover that you think retailers need to know, or anything that you want to tell retailers who are maybe like on the fence about participating?
Yeah, I think, and again, just the difference between the two, the spring assessment that we've been doing for years and a lot of retailers are familiar with is just a voice of one. So you're having that one assessor go into your store. It could be a day that, a load comes in or everyone's called out sick. So this new program that we're looking to launch out is basically a true voice of the consumer. You know what I mean? A true a true reality of what your store is doing because you're getting detailed information from your customer base.
Yeah.
So you're getting a subset of customers that are providing this data that can then help improve operations. So
That makes sense. It seems like it's going to be really valuable feedback. And we also
exactly.
have, I think that the assessment and the shopper assessment that we do in the spring is
Hmm.
great, but like you said, it can be a little flawed sometimes depending on what happens. And
Correct.
so this will be, I think that this will be great, and I think it's also really important to, we think we know our shoppers, but I think, and haven't we, even in the pilot, haven't some of the retailers, when they've gotten the feedback back, they've been like, wow, I had no idea. Like, have they
Exactly.
been surprised? Like,
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
thought I thought it was going to be this. Like, I thought that
Hmm.
this would be the feedback, but really it was something entirely different that they hadn't even thought of sometimes.
Exactly, exactly. And you see within the data, areas that can use improvement, whether it's customer service, selection of products, wayfinding to something of that. And even, reaching out to your customer base as well too, because you'll get actual data from your customers and contact information. So, and you could see what specific customers are saying. So you could reach out
Yeah.
to them and just a one-on-one ask how they're doing or areas to improve on that. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I know that this would take extra time, and by no means are we
Correct.
telling you that you need to do this for this, but I could see, like, if you got a really, really glowing report from somebody reaching out to just say, "Hey, thank you." Like, we
Yes.
appreciate, because so often people just complain. You only hear the
Hmm.
complaints. So even just to reach out to say thank you, I think that that would build a good rapport, even better rapport with that customer. And then also for anybody who has a complaint saying, hey, I heard you. Thank you. Like,
Yes.
thanks for
Exactly.
telling us. We're going
Exactly.
to fix this. I
Yes,
mean,
exactly.
it's great. It's a great way to communicate with them. So awesome. All right. Well, I think that's about it. I want to thank Jason for speaking with us today and kind of explaining what this voice of the consumer looks like in the broad sense of the overall 5-star recognition program. And thank you to all of you who have joined us today. We will make this recording available so you can share with your store teams or anyone who might have missed it. I did put the link to register for the Voice of the Consumer program in your chat. So our team is standing by if you have any questions. And I would strongly encourage you to fill out the form today, since you're already here, you're already on the computer, um, so that it doesn't slip your mind. But yeah, don't wait, because August will be here before you know it. And we want to get it out, get it processed, and get you that feedback right away. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jason.
Thank
Thanks,
you very
everyone.
much.
Bye.